For others, Wozzeck is a welter of ugliness. The arguments easily grow heated. We can be intolerant in reaction to others' tastes, even violent. Then again, beauty may catch us in unexpected places. Wherever we are, John Cage wrote in his book Silence, what we hear is mostly noise. When we ignore it, it disturbs us. When we listen to it, we find it fascinating. 20th century classical composition, the subject of this book, sounds like noise to many. It is a largely untamed art, an unassimilated underground. While the splattered abstractions of Jackson Pollock sell on the art market for $100 million or more, and while experimental works by Matthew Barney or David Lynch are analyzed in college dorms across the land, the equivalent in music still sends ripples of unease through concert audiences and makes little perceptible impact on the outside world. Classical music is stereotyped as an art of the dead, a repertory that begins with Bach and terminates with Mahler and Puccini. People are sometimes surprised to learn that composers are still writing at all. Yet these sounds are hardly alien. Atonal chords crop up in jazz. Avant-garde sounds appear in Hollywood film scores. Minimalism has marked rock, pop, and dance music from the Velvet Underground onward. Sometimes the music resembles noise because it is noise, or near to it, by design. Sometimes, as with Berg's Wozzeck, it mixes the familiar and the strange, consonance and dissonance. Sometimes it is so singularly beautiful that people gasp in wonder when they hear it. Olivier Messiaen's Quartet for the End of Time, with its grandly singing lines and gently ringing chords, stops time with each performance. Because composers have infiltrated every aspect of modern existence, their work can be depicted only on the largest possible canvas. The Rest is Noise chronicles not only the artists themselves, but also the politicians, dictators, millionaire patrons, and CEOs who tried to control what music was written, the intellectuals who attempted to adjudicate style, the writers, painters, dancers, and filmmakers who provided companionship on lonely roads of exploration, the audiences who variously reveled in, reviled, or ignored what composers were doing, the technologies that changed how music was made and heard, and the revolutions, hot and cold wars, waves of emigration, and deeper social transformations that reshaped the landscape in which composers worked. What the march of history really has to do with music itself is the subject of sharp debate. In the classical field, it has long been fashionable to fence music off from society, to declare it a self-sufficient language. In the hyper-political 20th century, that barrier crumbles time and again. Bela Bartok writes string quartets inspired by field recordings of Transylvanian folk songs. Shostakovich works on his Leningrad Symphony while German guns are firing on the city. John Adams creates an opera starring Richard Nixon and Mao Zedong.